Guys, today I want to talk about how I am a recovering people pleaser. I have really strong boundaries in my life now. I make sure that I hold true to what I need and what I... Hello? Yeah, I'm just in the middle of film. What? No. Sure. Yeah. Okay. I have struggled with being codependent. How do I know that I'm codependent? Well, one of the core characteristics of codependency is an excessive reliance on other people for approval and a sense of identity. And I want to share with you today some of the things that I've learned that have helped me deal with my codependency or have helped me not be a people pleaser, that have allowed me to set boundaries with people and myself so that I get to have healthier relationships with the people in my life that mean something to me. Say what you mean and mean what you say.
Absolutely, I would love to help you with that. Absolutely.
Be truthful to who you are and what really works for you.
Yeah, hold on one second. Sure, absolutely.
One of the biggest causes of resentment for me has been when I choose to be a people pleaser over taking care of myself. And I've been able to track many of my resentments back to when I have chosen to say yes rather than honor what I need to do for myself. I always wish I could just be one of those people that could just tell someone, but I'm not. I'm one of those people that want to be liked and I want to be appreciated. So one of the tricks that I've learned has been,
I'll have to get back to you about that.
You don't have to give anyone an answer right away. And if they pressure you, you get to say,
I'll have to get back to you about that.
I used to think that I had to set boundaries with other people. I used to tell people,
I'm gonna set a boundary with you. Like, this is me. I'm setting a boundary with you because you need a boundary.
and somebody said to me, they're like, Matt, boundaries aren't with the other person, boundaries are with yourself. And that's really taught me that I have to really take responsibility to stop, be still, and know when can I show up and when can I not. And that I'm not responsible for the other person's emotions. Don't get me wrong, I want everyone to love me. But the reality is, I'm not always going to be happy with everyone else, so why should I expect them to always be happy with me? Another great tool is just being honest and vulnerable.
So, I want to say yes, but I have to say no. And I'm feeling a little nervous to tell you no because I don't want to disappoint you.
I've learned that I project a lot of things onto the people in my life.
I get very insecure when I have to tell someone no and disappoint them.
And what I project onto them a lot of times are my own insecurities, my own sense of shame or guilt about not being able to show up the way they want me to show up. And when I'm just willing to be honest and vulnerable with them, I'm usually given the response that I'm looking for, which is that it doesn't matter.
Oh, you get it?
Okay, good. Thanks, man. Codependency is a really difficult thing. It's something that can be so ingrained in us as people. It's something that can be a tactic that we use growing up to get what we needed and what we wanted. And as we start to come into our own lives and in our own existence, those things begin to not work for us. And we begin to say yes to people that we really need to say no to. And these are people that we can love. These are people who we want to have in our lives. If it's going to build a resentment, it's better for me to say no. If I can't do it for fun or for free, then I have to ask myself, is this something that I can appropriately show up for? The truth is, I think everybody can be a little codependent at different times. I think that if we're in a fragile place, we're gonna want the reassurance from those we love or those who we look up to. And then there's times when we're gonna feel much more independent in who we are and where we're at in our lives. I just think that it's all a part of growing up. I've become a much more independent person over time. I know how to say no, and I also know how to say yes. The more that I say yes to myself, in the long run, the more I'm able to say yes to others. I'm a codependent mother. I'm a codependent mother. And it's so much fun to talk about. People love hearing about my codependency.